Hello friends, this is the part 2 video on the MOSFET as capacitor. Okay, and if you want to check the part 1, just go through the link given in the description. If you don't know the part 1 concept, then it will be very difficult to understand the concept whatever I am going to discuss in this video. Okay, so you know already from my previous video that the variation of gate capacitance with DC gate to source voltage is basically looking like this. Okay, so what will happen, suppose just have a quick recap that if gate potential, obviously source is grounded, so VGS equal to VG minus VS, so that we can say that is equal to VG. Okay, so gate to source voltage is also can be done as gate voltage here, because as you know from my previous video, the gate capacitance, when we are considering there is MOSFET as capacitor, then both source and drain are basically grounded. So basically there is no need to differentiate in between source and drain, okay, because both are grounded. And you know MOSFET is a symmetric device with respect to source and drain. You cannot particularly define what is source, what is drain. Just it depends on what voltage you are applying in terminal. Suppose for NMOS in drain terminal, or in that terminal where you are applying positive potential, that will be done as drain terminal, and the another one will be called as source terminal, right? So basically, suppose source and drain both are rounded and you are applying negative gate potential. Okay, so as you are applying negative gate potential in the gate terminal, what will happen? Just below the insulator layer in the p-type substrate, there will be huge accumulation of holes. Okay, and the gate electrode or the metal layer of the gate, then insulator, then positively charged holes which are accumulated just below the insulator will form one capacitor. And as holes are accumulating just below the insulator, or just below the SiO2 layer, and they are forming the capacitor. So this region where the capacitor is formed is also called accumulation region. Okay, then what will happen, as you keep on increasing the gate voltage in the positive direction, so what will happen, initially the depletion region of negative charges in case of NMOS will be formed. So as a result, the distance between two plates of the capacitor will increase. So as a result, capacitance value decreases. Then after the threshold voltage, again what will happen, just below the insulator, the p-type substrate, there will be accumulation of free electrons, okay, which will be accumulated due to positive potential what we are applying in the gate. So and again they will form another capacitor, and as again the distance between the two plates of the capacitor is decreased, so that the capacitance value will increase and it will reach to this previous value. Okay, so this is how the capacitance, that is gate capacitance, varies with respect to DC gate to source voltage when source and drain both are grounded. Okay, this concept we already learned in our previous video. Now you just try to see you can make two partitions of this graph. Suppose you want to apply MOSFET as capacitor. So see, basically if you consider this part and this part capacitor is high value, so you can consider this part as maybe one capacitor used in your circuit, and this part also, that is applying keeping source and drain both are grounded and applying very high negative gate potential in realize the MOSFET as capacitor, or otherwise another way is just apply very high positive gate potential keeping source and drain grounded, you can realize as capacitor. Okay, now there is a question, which one capacitor, in which case the capacitor is better? That is when you are giving negative gate potential, then this capacitor formed in this region is better, or when you are giving positive gate potential, and in both cases obviously you are giving source and drain both are grounded. So whether you are applying positive gate potential or whether you are applying high negative gate potential, for which case we should apply MOSFET as capacitor, which is favorable. Okay, that's what I am going to discuss in this video. So now the question is, good or bad capacitor, which one we should choose? Okay, so just try to understand here, this is very important concept. So see, you just consider this is the basic structure of the NMOS I have taken. source, gate, drain, 3 terminals, and body is basically short circuited with the source, as you know from the basic device operation. And in this case, what we have done when we are using MOSFET as capacitor, we have connected both the, as you know from the explanation of my previous video, both the source and drain are basically grounded. Okay, and what we are doing now, just consider this case. Okay, that is when you are applying very high negative gate potential. So what will happen? Suppose you are applying very high negative gate potential. Okay, now you just try to understand. So as you are applying very high negative gate potential, there will be accumulation of positive charged holes, okay, which are basically majority charge carrier in the p-type substrate. Okay, they will accumulate just below the insulator layer in the body or substrate due to attraction force of the negative potential which we are applying in the gate for this capacitor. See, this is one metal layer of negative charges, then one insulator layer, then one positively charged accumulated holes. Okay, this will form one capacitor, but this is fine. Now we should judge whether it is good capacitor or bad capacitor. See, you just try to understand. Here this is N plus and here this is N plus. These two are also called N regions or N wells, and in between this there is one positive plate, you can say, which is formed by the holes. Okay, so you can think like this. So one plate of negative charge, one plate of positive charge. In the negative charge plate, the potential is connected with the ground, and you just consider the positive charge plate. Now you see there is no short circuit path for the positive charge plate. Here if you consider this as positive charge plate of the capacitor, it is not short circuited with anywhere, and due to this there is a very bad thing will come into picture, that is the parasitic resistance. See, you know that the body is connected with the source, that is short circuited, source is grounded. So where this the positive charge plate of the capacitor goes, just try to understand. See, obviously it should connect somewhere, right? Any electrical component cannot be like completely open circuit. So see, there is only one way. There will be a huge resistance which is parasitic resistance, that is inbuilt formed. You cannot change it, I cannot change it. But the doping concentration, by changing doping concentration or like that factors you may change. But obviously there will be a resistance, right? Because here the huge concentration of holes are there, and in between these holes, which you can consider as the positive plate of the capacitor, or the rather you can say capacitor formed in between gate and body, but that is connected with the body or source, whatever you consider, with a resistor, and the resistor is inbuilt, so that it is also called parasitic resistor. Okay, so see, as a result, what will happen in this case, you cannot get one ideal capacitor, rather will get this type of circuit if you draw in terms of network theory concept. So here we are applying negative potential in the gate, and here this is grounded. So this one we are getting, the capacitor we are getting, but there is also a series parasitic resistor which is making this setup as a bad capacitor. Okay, so our intention is to use the MOSFET as capacitor, not capacitor along with resistor. So if we want to use the MOSFET as capacitor, this is not going to be a good option, because there is inbuilt resistor there along with that. And how the resistor is generated, as you come to know that there is no short circuit connection, so obviously there will be, the current should be the only way to go through the body. Okay, so because there is a huge depletion region formed in between source and gate and drain and gate, because sorry, not source and that is source and body, and this drain and body, because there is PN junction formed, so there will be obviously inbuilt depletion region will be there, so current cannot flow to there. But so the only way is flowing through this p-type substrate itself, so which you encounter a huge resistance. Okay, so this is the disadvantage if you want to apply the MOSFET as capacitor in this region. Okay, so this is not a good choice. So obviously this is obviously not going to be a good choice, because here the capacitor is variable. So let us check what will happen in this region, that is when source and drain are grounded, and we are applying very high gate to source potential in the positive direction. So you just see. So this will be this picture. So your both source and drain are rounded. I have not drawn the body terminal because body terminal is connected with the source. Now see, as the gate to source potential, or you can say gate potential is very high in the positive direction. So obviously a free electron channel will be formed, and below that free electron channel there is immobile negative charges. Okay, this is forming depletion region. Okay, now you just try to understand. So this gate electrode, which is basically positive plate of the capacitor, you can consider, because we are applying positive potential in the gate. Then one insulator layer which is made up of SiO2 or silicon oxide, or it may be some other polysilicon, and then this free electron channel which is accumulated just below the insulator is forming one capacitor. Now you just try to understand. See, the source is N plus, drain is N plus. This is also free electron. So basically what is happening? This is forming one capacitor, right? Now you see what will going to happen. So this part is forming one capacitor, and if you consider this part as the negative plate of the capacitor, which is formed by free electrons, it is directly connected with the source, which is also negative, right? You can say short circuit. So short circuit with the source, which is directly connected with the ground. Okay, so there is one short circuit path in between the channel. So you know, right, that in the when channel is formed, there is a short circuit, you can say, in between source and the free electrons channel. Why? See, in some deeper, if you go to the story, you can think like this. Suppose this is N plus source. Okay, now what will happen? You just try to understand in detail. Here in between source and substrate already one depletion region will form. Clear? I am considering this junction. Okay, this particular junction you just consider. Let us go to this story and try to understand. So in the N plus region, you know, in the depletion region there is positive immobile charges. Okay, so here there is basically positive immobile charges in the depletion region. You know, in the N region there is accumulation of positive immobile charges, and in the P region what will happen? Let me draw by this color. So this part is P region. In the P region there is accumulation of negative immobile charges. Okay, not accumulation, you can say these are already present there. So basically these are the negative immobile charges. This positive and negative as a whole, as both are immobile, so they are forming the depletion region. Here it is P plus, okay, which is basically substrate, and this is source. Now you just consider, you know that electric field always there from the positive to negative direction. So in the electric field is in this direction, right? So electric field is okay, and here there is channel formed, which is basically made up of free electrons, right? Here free electrons accumulated here, like this part. You just consider this part. Okay, this part I am telling. Okay, and below there is negative immobile charges. I am not considering. Now suppose what you know from the basics concept of physics, that is A physical to Q into E vector, right? Now for electrons, what is the Q? Q is negative, so one negative sign will come. So as a result, always force acting on an electron in the opposite direction in an electric field. Okay, suppose electric field is in this direction, force will act in this direction. Okay, now if you observe carefully, what will happen? See here, one electron you just consider, electric field is from left to right, okay, in the depletion region, but the force acting on the electron will be from right to left. So as a result, electrons in the free electron channel, which is formed in the, which is accumulated in the channel, can easily go from channel to source. Okay, so why? Because the force acting on the electron is, because the force acting on the electron is basically from right to left. I hope you have understood. But as we are applying both in the source and drain ground potential, so that the story is like this. Suppose you are applying positive potential in the drain, then the story will be different. The electrons will be attracted in the reverse direction due to attraction force created in between electrons and the positive potential in the drain. But no need to think that much complicated explanation. Just you see, here source and drain are grounded, right? So electrons are basically in the channel, they are not feeling any attraction force in the left to right direction. But if you consider one electron which is situated in the left of the channel, and if you consider the depletion region, there will be attraction force F which is from right to left, so that electrons from free electron channel can easily go to source. Okay, that's what I want to explain. Clear? So I hope up to this it is clear to you. Now let us just check. So what will happen as these are the free electron channels, which is basically acting like another negative plate of the capacitor, which is formed in between gate to body, can easily connect with the source. Basically, you can say short circuited, and that is connected with the ground. Okay, now you no need to go via the body path. Okay, so as a result, what is happening? There is only one capacitor formed in this case. Okay, so in this region there is no resistor, parasitic resistor concept comes. So as a result, we can say this is what good capacitor. Okay, so now the concept is clear. Suppose you have to use the MOSFET as capacitor. Okay, then what portion you will use? Correct. What you will do? You will short circuit both source and drain, and then you will apply very high positive gate potential. Okay, that will become this region, and this region is acting. In this region, the MOSFET will be acting like a good capacitor. Okay, so in terms of circuit, what will be the figure? The circuit will be looking like this. Okay, so basically, as we are connecting both source and drain with the ground, so there is no need to think what is source, what is drain separately, and body is obviously going to connect with the source. So this is the structure. In the gate, we have to apply positive potential, positive DC voltage, and source and drain both should be grounded. Okay, so this is the circuit diagram, which often in analog electronics is used. This model is used to apply some capacitors in this circuit. Okay, and especially if you want to use MOSFET as capacitor, this is the structure we use. Remember that if we want to use MOSFET as capacitor, we should not operate the MOSFET in accumulation region. Okay, that is by applying negative gate potential. Rather, we should use positive gate potential, because in positive gate potential case, there is no concept of parasitic resistor comes, because the free electron channel is short circuited with this source. And how? I have explained in this story the depletion region concept. Okay, so this is all for this video. Often you may get in quiz question, you may get the question like this, that if you are given two options to use the MOSFET as capacitor, in which region you will use? Either in, suppose they will denote like this, A region, this is B region. So answer will be B region. Okay, that is very high, at very high value of VGS. Okay, you just keep this concept in your mind, and if you want to know how the graph came, how gate capacitance varies with applied gate to source voltage, keeping source and drain as grounded. Always I am forcing in this term to keep source and drain as ground. Okay, then only this structure will look like this, and we can use as capacitor, as MOSFET, as capacitor concept. Okay, after some lectures you will come to know you can use the MOSFET as resistor also. In deep triodoid, in linear region, MOSFET acts like resistor. In the saturation region, you can use MOSFET like a current source also. Like this, MOSFET can be used. There is huge application of MOSFETs, so that in modern electronics we are forcing on the MOSFET discussion, and rather BJT is now becomes an old technology. And if you consider the IIT lectures, if you see in NPTEL, most of the lectures they are forcing on MOSFET itself rather than BJT. Okay, because BJT has lots of disadvantages like more power dissipation like that, so that you should understand the MOSFET concept easily, because in our today's modern electronics is completely works based on MOSFET concept. Okay, so each and every concept you should understand. If you are unable to understand at some point of time, just ask in the comment section. Okay, I will give you the answer. Thank you for watching.